Welcome, everybody. Happy Wednesday. How's everyone doing? Feel free to say hello. Let us know where you're joining from. Let us know if it's your first time with me. Good morning, Tam. Good morning, Liz. Hi, Christine and Phoenix. Good morning, Lori. Afternoon in the UK, Lisa. Welcome. Hello, Jackie. First time for Phoenix. Awesome. Tam's in Minnesota. Tony from Salt Lake City. Hello, Andrea. Nice to see you. Dawn, good morning from Southern New Mexico. Karen from Wisconsin. Ria, good morning from San Diego. First time. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Greetings, Jackie. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. I'm joining you guys from Northern Illinois, and today we're here to talk astrology. Whatever's happening in the sky at the current moment is what I always talk about here on Insight Timer, and then we pull oracle cards to see how to best utilize the energy. So, Patty says, hello. If you guys were not able to join me on Monday, I did something a little bit different on Insight Timer. Hello, Teresa. Long time no see. Hi, Bonnie. And Lori. Hello. On Monday, I went on, I joined Insight. Sorry, I'm distracted by something. On Monday, I taught an I Am ritual here on Insight Timer. And I helped you guys find the best version of yourself. And I helped you guys come up with a daily ritual that can help call in that version of yourself. Now, this was not recorded to go on my YouTube channel. I normally record all of these sessions and I throw them up on my YouTube channel for you guys to rewatch for free. But the I Am ritual, it's recorded. It's going to be up for a small fee on my Patreon page if you missed the ritual. So it was about 40 minutes of us doing the work, journaling, visualizing, creating a daily ritual. That should be up on my Patreon page a little bit later today. We'll see. It's the first time I'm posting something like this on Patreon, so we'll see how that goes. Good morning, Vanessa. April says, so happy to be here with everyone. My meditation partner is here too, and this got me through my day of accounting hell. Good morning, Michelle from DC. Hello, Irina. Liz, I was so mad I missed all of it, but I was happy to find out that it's available to purchase. Small fee, $8. It's 2024 is the year of the 8. Lori from a frigid Wisconsin. Grateful for the sunshine. Yes, it has been chilly. I think the last 3 days, the highest the temperature has been was 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Sweat, good morning. Leah, hello, Jackie. Christine, I knew you were going to say you're missing Darla. It just didn't work out. Some days it just doesn't work out. Darla's my dog who usually lays on that couch every once in a while. If you want to get to know her, you can head to my YouTube channel and see all the previous times that I was here on Insight Timer. She hangs out with us quite often, just not today. Carrie, good morning from Pennsylvania, and Hannah is in chilly Minnesota. Yeah, it's turning around though, and I feel like a week from today it's going to be 40. So, Midwest. That's the Midwest for you. Teresa, are you in Louisiana? I know you're somewhere south. It's in the 20s there. Crazy. Cold is like a roller coaster. The numbers don't matter once you're at a certain point. For me, that's under 60. All right, so today we are talking about how the sky is prepping us for the Sun and Pluto moving into Aquarius. So I'm not going to talk about necessarily what all of that energy holds, the Sun and Pluto and Aquarius. That's going to be more what we talk about on Friday on Insight Timer. But today we're going to talk about what's happening in the sky on Friday as this little alley-oop. The universe always gives us the alley-oop. Something sets up the next step. So on Friday this week, January 19th, Venus and Neptune form a square. We'll talk about what that means. And Mercury and Jupiter form a trine. We'll talk about what that means. Then on Saturday the 20th, the Sun and Pluto meet together in the sky, and then they both walk into Aquarius together, which is monumental. Pluto in Aquarius, I haven't let myself dive deep into that yet, but it is powerful. So we'll talk about Pluto in Aquarius again on Friday. So to prep for that, Venus and Neptune are going to be forming an exact square on Friday the 19th. Venus at 25 degrees of Sagittarius will square Neptune at 25 degrees of Pisces. Square aspects are tension. It's like a roadblock. It's like a hurdle. It's an energy that you don't necessarily want to engage in, but you kind of have to in order to grow and expand. So Venus in Sagittarius, she values the journey. She values the exploration. Venus wants to expand while she's in Sagittarius. Venus wants to find the truth in all things through wandering. Neptune, at 25 degrees of Pisces, holds the stronger influence in this aspect because Neptune has the larger orbit. So anytime you have an aspect with two planets, whichever planet is further away from the sun is the planet that's going to have more influence. So here, Neptune's energies are stronger and more impactful than little Venus, who wants to go scurry in the forest and go find the deeper meaning of life. So Neptune in Pisces, Neptune is in his own sign here in Pisces. This is a call to surrender. This is a call to dissolve something that's no longer serving us. So this Neptune square to Venus tells me that it's time to reel it back in. It's time to start heading home, so to speak. Venus has been exploring and wandering through Sagittarius since December 29th. And as fun as it's been, this aspect feels like Neptune beginning to call her home, beginning to pull her back in, to prepare our tender hearts before Venus moves into Capricorn on Tuesday. So it's like the time is coming to a close. You've had your freedom while Venus was exploring in Sagittarius, and Neptune is like the, I don't want to say a father figure, maybe a big brother, maybe just like a masculine friend saying, okay, you've had your fun, but let's start to walk back home so that you're not blasted with this earthy feel on Tuesday when Venus moves into Capricorn. And at the same time that Venus is getting ready to move back into an earth sign, we also have Mercury and Jupiter forming a trine together in earth signs. This will happen exactly on Friday, but Mercury at 6 degrees of Capricorn will trine Jupiter at 6 degrees of Taurus. And in fact, 7 out of the 10 celestial bodies that we use in astrology will be in earth signs at this time. So we have Mercury, Mars, the Sun, and Pluto in Capricorn. We have Jupiter, Uranus, and the Moon will be in Taurus on Friday. So on Friday, I see Mercury and Jupiter working together harmoniously. Trines are supportive aspects. So Jupiter and Mercury working together on Friday to help us, Jupiter, expand the earthly practicality of our situation, helping us to see what's really happening here and now. This is a time to take stock of the whole picture and to ask yourself, what do I have available to me right now? What is something that I have already obtained that can help me create the future I desire? Neptune is calling Venus back home. Venus has been searching far and wide all month. I'm sure she's found some beautiful truths for you, but Mercury and Jupiter right now are reminding you that you've always had what you needed all along. I'm getting strong Wizard of Oz vibes with this. You've been wearing those shoes the whole time. You've been walking in them. You've been exploring in these shoes. But have you thought of clicking them together? Have you thought of utilizing them in a different way? You have them. You don't need to search for them. You have them. And I think that this is just a beautiful setup before the Sun and Pluto come together and enter Aquarius. Because Aquarius is the sign of the future and innovation and technology. But the universe is reminding us to ground ourselves in the here and now. There's so much Earth right now before we get blasted off into this new Aquarian age. It might be easy to get swept away as these energies start to increase. Uranus is going to be coming out of his retrograde phase at the end of the month. It's going to be full steam ahead. It's going to be fast-moving energy coming up very quickly here. So it's going to be easy to get swept away in the curiosity, swept away in what else is new, what else is changing. But I just think it's beautiful that the two major aspects in the sky the day before the Sun and Pluto enter Aquarius, it just feels so strongly like a call back home to yourself, back home to your inner light, to your own skills and abilities that you've developed naturally. This feels like skills that you haven't had to pay a teacher to learn. You know, you may have paid for the class, but you learned different things along the way, if that makes sense. These feel like skills that are part of your life destiny. You signed up to learn how to be resilient. You signed up to learn how to use your tenacious spirit. These are the skills that the universe is calling you to hone in right now before we walk into this new future age of Aquarius. So how can you utilize that which you already are? The red ruby slippers are already on your feet. Did you forget that they are multi-purpose? Hello, Gloria. Let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat over here. A lot of messages about surrender. D, getting the message to leave a habit behind. Those are difficult sometimes. Maybe I should stop waiting to put my grounding sheet on with all this earthly energy. Thank you, Bonnie. Habit energy is powerful, but staying in the present moment can help us surrender. Time for new intentional action. No flying monkeys here. I love that. Courtney, I already feel like I've started feeling this come back home to myself energy after what felt like a very ungrounded and stressful start to the new year. I feel very similar, and this really spoke to me with Venus and Sagittarius, and I was reflecting on the whole 2024 so far. Venus walked into Sagittarius 3 days before the year ended. So this whole 2024 so far, Venus, the divine feminine, right, the chaotic feminine yin energy is just out there like, ooh, what else can we change? What else can we explore? Like, let's go explore these poppies over here. And now here's Neptune saying, okay, it's time to surrender a little bit of that freedom. It's not to say that you can't wander and go out and find new things, but Neptune's really saying like, okay, your time is almost over. Make sure that you're prepared. And now with Mercury and Jupiter working together in the earth signs, Jupiter expands and Mercury is our mental plane. So Mercury is our ideas. So that's where I'm seeing this like expansion of knowing how to utilize your earthly practical skills and resources. So we're going to use 2 different decks to ask 2 different questions. And you know what? I'm gonna ask a practical question to the universe, meaning all of you guys here right now. If you've been following me for some time, you might see me swatting away all these gnats all the time. It's been like 2 months. I have houseplants, and that's where they're coming from. And I have those like, you plug them in the wall and it has the blue light and they're sticky. I have them in my house in multiple places. I have the stickies that go in my plants, the yellow that they're attracted to. let me know what else you guys know about trapping gnats, because this is extremely annoying. And Becky says there's 108 meditators here. I love that. 108. So we are going to first ask the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. I've tried that. So another friend told me about putting like honey and apple cider vinegar in a jar and then making the funnel so that they go in and they don't come out. And it didn't work. I tried that for a few days and I got 0. But I use these sticky guys and I get like 5 overnight. Want to repel them. Essential oil drops. Send you another way. Infestation of gnats last year. Liz, small dish apple cider with dish soap. Sugar. Cover it with plastic wrap. I think these gnats are too intelligent. They know what I'm trying to do. Oh, Stacy, let your plants dry out as much as you're comfortable with, then water them with half water, half peroxide. Peroxide in my plants? Peroxide kills the larva? Is that gonna be okay for my plants? Oh gosh, that's so scary, but okay. I don't think I'm overwatering my plants. I actually feel like I kind of neglect my plants. I think there's a new species because I'm hearing a lot of people can't get rid of them. Oh my gosh, are these like bioengineered gnats? The stickies don't work well. You could do something to keep the spoil, to keep them from hatching. Okay, I don't know how to say that word, Michelle, that earth stuff. I have it for my chickens. Put it in the soil. Okay. Neem and turmeric in the soil? Bonnie did peroxide. Okay. Neem oil. Replant with new soil. Oh, that's a spring project. That's an outdoor project. Stacy, the botanist friend, told me to do this, and I just did it. Changed my whole space. No more gnats. All right. Thank you. That is what I'm going to try because that's practical, and I already have peroxide in my house. I have turmeric, but I don't have neem. Diatomaceous earth. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for that spell out. I think it's hilarious for having this conversation. I mean, we're talking about practical things, and plants and gnats are practical earthly things, and they annoy the shit out of me. They're always like up in my face, and then they're always right here in the camera, so they look like giant on the video. Thank you, T. Bonnie started drinking cinnamon water all day. No gnats on me. Interesting. You may need to feed the plants with plant food. After using the peroxide will deplete the soil. Cool. I'll do a little bit of research on that. Thank you guys so much for your advice. Look at this. Look at this. This is not just an astrology exchange. It's a practical life skills exchange. All right, guys. We are using Angels and Ancestors. And the first thing we're going to ask is, what do we already have that we may have overlooked? Specifically, like what do we already have that can help us as the Sun and Pluto are about to move into Aquarius? But we're going to ask, what do we already have that we may have overlooked? Skills, resources, practical things. Feel free to send your energy into this deck. I do group readings. We're already connected on plants and gnats and peroxide and diatomaceous earth. But feel free to send your energy into this deck, connecting with your higher self, connecting with your guides, connecting with the universe, asking, what do I already have that I may have overlooked? And feel free to keep that question in your mind as I shuffle. For the group reading, I allow 3 cards to fall out of the deck for us. And then I will show you the backs of the cards. So when I show you the cards, you're going to see the same image 3 times. And I want you to feel into your intuition. And intuition can work in a plethora of ways. If anything just feels different when I hold up a certain card, that might mean that your guides want you to listen in more closely to that message. If you have a number between 1 and 3 in your mind right now, or more than one number, that could be your guides just dropping it in your clair conscious. My brain is on overdrive. I need to take another sabbatical. I'm feeling I need a sabbatical. 3 the first deck, and I'm getting a 4, so the card from the second's really speaking to me too, Christine. Interesting. Patty loves the question, what do I already have that I have overlooked? Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Kat. I read your quick comment. All right, so I'll show you the backs of the 3 cards. Feel in, see if anything changes. Anything in your physical body, anything in your awareness, anything in your reality, if anything changes. And if not, your intuition isn't broken. It just means that the whole reading holds equal importance for you. If 1 or more cards is pulling you, then your guides just want you to pay extra attention. What do we already have that we may have overlooked? Here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let us know in the chat if any of those are calling to you. And here again, just in case, I'll show them one more time. Here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let's see who's working with what. Cat Power, Cat Power. That's a musical artist. And that just, I haven't listened to, wow. Cat, Willpower and 3. Michelle, 3, 2, 1. Patty, 2. Bonnie, 3. Michelle, my belle, 1 and 3. Anique, 1. Irina, 2. Jackie, 2, 1. Isabella, 2. Amma, 2 and 3. Anne, 2 and 3. Tiffany, no particular one today. April, 3. Laura, 3. Gloria, 3. Nicole, 3. Lori, 3. Joy, all equal. Diane, 1 and 2. Teresa, all. Phoenix, 3 and 2. Karen, are they all identical? Yeah, I just showed you the card back. So this is an intuitive process, not a look at what picture looks good, I guess. But yeah, I showed you the back of the cards. Nancy, 2. Lisa, 1 was strong. 2 was stronger. 3, not so much. Christine, oh, I burped on 1 and I'm still getting a strong 3. Interesting. Chantel, 3, neck pain and kettle boiled. Interesting. Oh, Tony, Cat Power. Yeah, they redid Sea of Love for Juno. You guys remember that movie, Juno? Krista, 3. Courtney's so weird. Yesterday I looked up Cat Power because she has the same birth chart as my mom. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I love that. Get out of my head, Courtney. Just kidding. All right, so what do we already have that we may have overlooked? Fun fact, when I was a junior or a senior in high school, my boyfriend and I dressed up as Juno, and I forgot her boyfriend's name for Halloween, and that was great. And I'm wearing a sweatshirt from where I went to high school today. Synchronicity, what is happening? This is where life's little miracles come in, right? If you look at this stuff like a coincidence, you're missing out on so much of like the splendor of life. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Love it, Kat. All right, guys. What do we already have that we may have overlooked? The Great Teacher. Card number 1. Learn from spiritual experiences. Know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences, then share them with others. This card was inspired by Jesus, who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all time. But there is a great teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one to whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace and joy. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You are having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There is a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. So what do you already have that you may have overlooked? Two things: great teachers among you and your ability to be a great teacher. So, oh my gosh, so vast. And this can resonate with you in a multitude of ways. So, do you already have a place that you can go to pick up on wisdom, to be taught, to be awoken to different aspects that you wouldn't have thought of? Remember that teachers around you, mentors, guides around you, they're always available to you. You never know when you need an answer. Go to them, ask them a question, or even throw on an old recorded video. You never know what's going to come through, what messages are going to come through that you need to hear in that moment. What I feel more strongly in this card is the great teacher within. The ability to, so the words solitude to story are coming through. Solitude to story. Meaning, you go through some stuff in your life. It's not always fun. You have to go through some square aspects. You got to jump over some hurdles. You have to make some tough decisions. But then once you allow that pain and tumultuous energy to settle, once you're able to move forward from that, then you become the great teacher. Whenever you're going through a difficult time, I call it your training camp. The universe is preparing you to come into a higher version of yourself so that you can teach and share your wisdom with people, so that hopefully they take a little bit of your advice. Everyone has free will, right? Teaching doesn't mean doing it for them, but just to give people advice and insight as to what it might look like if they were to go through a similar situation. And those experiences are invaluable. You have to go through the experience to have the wisdom. You know, I'm recalling high school Jacqui right now. I thought I knew everything. But you have to go through it in order to fully embody what the growth is. Jacqui never pulled this card before. I love it. I was just looking at your sweatshirt and thinking, our school just competed against them on Monday. Oh, get out. That's so funny. Coincidences, but not coincidences. Alma, this is exactly me right now. Michelle, I've been getting a lot of angel numbers as of late. 444, 111, 222. Kat, this resonates at a high level. It's like you're speaking directly to me. I am. Through darkness to get to light, yes. Anik, your expansion of this message is totally in sync with my natal chart you read. So cool. Joy, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When the teacher is ready, the student appears. Yes. As above, so below, as within, so without. Waiting to see if anything else comes through with that card. What do we already have that we may have overlooked? Yeah, are you overlooking the fact that every life experience is getting you ready for something else? Nothing is happening just because it is happening. And I'm hearing some of my friends in the back of my mind like, sometimes things just happen. I don't believe that. I believe that everything is an alley-oop for the next thing. Just like the universe, just like we have all these aspects, it's the alley-oop, it's setting us up for the next thing. Card number 2, what do we already have that we may have overlooked? Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. I feel like this card came up the last time we pulled from this deck. Stay alert as change is in the air. The Spirit Fox features my favorite animal of all time, and that's from Kyle Gray. Fox is not my favorite. Kyle Gray's favorite animal of all time, the red fox. An amazingly resilient creature able to survive in urban environments or the freezing temperatures of the Arctic. Foxes know what it's like to be hunted. For centuries, they have been sought for their precious fur when all they want to do is survive. So the Spirit Fox can help you overcome the energies of adversity and unfair treatment. Also, as urban foxes hide in cities and go about their business in the darker hours, the fox offers the medicine of blending in. The energies around you are changing at this time, and although it may not have always been comfortable, you are equipped with all you need to survive this shift. You are being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before, and this can make you feel on edge. But be open to the shifts occurring, because they really are the answers to your prayers. I'm going to read that part again because I think that's the biggest message. Be open to the shifts occurring, because they really are the answers to your prayers. The experience of being hunted or threatened is now behind you, and you are being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and talents. Call upon Spirit Fox medicine to help you be seen for who you are, and trust in your talents in order to be the best you can be in these changing times. So what do you already have that you may be overlooking? This is your ability to go with the flow. This is your ability, I feel 7 of Swords energy. This is your ability to get done what needs to get done in order to make it through, in order not only to survive, but to thrive. We're done with survival energy. The universe, the energies around us, we're so done with survival energy. It is way behind us. But we still have that skill. We still have that ability to sneak around, get where we need to go, the way that we need to get there. And it doesn't matter what other people are going to say about how you're operating. You're doing what you need to do. And I read that line twice because it just resonated so strongly. Be open to the shifts occurring, because they really are the answers to your prayers. When you're asking for something, anything, the universe is usually going to give you the exact opposite so that you can find what you want inside of yourself. If you're asking for freedom, the universe is going to give you a lot of controlling situations so that you find your own freedom and you free yourself from those, because then you truly have that freedom. It wasn't just handed to you. You have so many skills and abilities to get what you want, to protect yourself and your family, even though there's really no threat. This is our threat. This mind of ours, this is our threat. Andrea, there's a red fox in your backyard. Of course. Yep. Jackie, did you pull this last week? Yes. I'm pretty sure it was last week or the week before, but this came up recently for us. Remove the F in shifts, and I'm pretty sure that's my last 2 months. Yep. It's all a training camp. You learned so much going through everything that you went through. This is a wonderful confirmation for what I have been researching about today. I was looking at my talents through my human design profile. You don't say. You don't say. I call those your little superpowers, because not everyone has all those gates activated that you do. Christine loves this card. Izzy. You know what? Yeah, I'll hold it up. So here, Izzy, I'm going to hold up the book for Spirit Fox. And then I'll also let you know that Bonnie helps with my group on Insight Timer. So Bonnie, I send her the screenshots, and then she puts them in our spiritual community every day after Insight Timer. So if you ever want to go back and reread, through my teacher profile, my group is there. The group is called Our Spiritual Community. And then, yeah, those are always right there. Mary Alice, I love the idea that I've already survived the hunt. Yeah. Yes, you've already survived the hunt. Now you get to be free. Come out from the den, move from solitude to story. I love that, Diane. So cool. Christine, freedom is on your vision board. Jody, we find out who we are by coming up against what we are not. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. All right. Last card for this deck. We're going to pull one more deck, ask one more question. What do we already have that we may have overlooked? We got the summer card. Bask in joy and light. This is card number 3. Rise up, open your wings, and shine. Bring your projects and plans out into the light, into manifestation. Summer has always been recognized as a time for joy, for going on adventures and making memories. Flowers are in full bloom, animals are enjoying the freedom of the wild summer days and nights, and people are taking holidays, basking in the sunshine, and being lifted energetically by the light and warmth. This is the perfect opportunity for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Light has come to banish the darkness. Clarity is arriving too, allowing you to know exactly where you are and how you can move forward. Angels and ancestor guides are encouraging you to enjoy this moment and not to rush forward, because this is a time for pleasure, enjoyment, and expansion. There is a great chance that you have extra energy, creativity, and inspiration at this time. Notice what is coming to you, as it is inspiration directly from the divine. When the summer card arrives in the future position of a spread or as the last card of a reading, it can also indicate that the coming summer will usher in important energies with regards to your questions or intentions. I've also gotten that message that this summer is going to be hot, super hot, super great. But what do we already have that we may have overlooked? You have the inspiration. You have the ability to hop up and fly whenever you're ready. It doesn't mean you're going to be ready 100% of the time, but don't forget that that lives within you. Don't forget that that bright sunshine always lives within you. Follow the inspiration when it comes. I feel like the biggest message from this card, though, is that this will come to fruition mostly in the summer, but you do need to enjoy the fruits of your labor now, because if you keep... I'm laughing because this is like so my husband, and I love it. Like, he'll do this great big thing and he'll accomplish this thing, and then before he even celebrates it, he's like, all right, what's next? What's the next thing? What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? And like, do you ever slow down and just say, like, wow, I did this. I made this happen. You know, these choices brought me to this. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've labored a lot. Take time to just take a breath and enjoy it. You've earned it. You deserve it because you've earned it. Like, what other permission do you need? But I see that this card is saying that perhaps by utilizing these gifts now, these skills that we already had, either looking to teachers when you need guidance and accepting what comes, or by taking your experiences and teaching others. And by knowing, Spirit Fox, that you are able to make it through whatever situations life throws at you. You've already made it through 100% of your hardest times. Bring it on, right? What else can possibly happen? Bring it on. I'm here for it. I've grown so much. I'm here for it. And by doing these things, by continuing to move through, knowing that you're always safe and protected, and by opening your mouth and sharing your lessons with people who are interested in what you have to say, okay? We're not preaching. We're not here to soapbox and convince people that they need to do what you did. No, we're not doing that. But by sharing your lessons with people who are interested, I do feel like this is saying that summertime is going to be I don't even have words. It was just that breath of fresh air. I'll have to go. It's been a pleasure. Nice to see you. Bonnie, that's me. Like Paul, I've got that Sag ascendant. What's next? Where else can we explore? Where else can we go? My husband has a million Sag placements. He is Sag. I see the feathers hanging off the fox too. Reminds me of the prayer feathers from our other reading. Look at you, Michelle. Remembering what we did the other day. I forget. Dee, would you mind holding up the page for the great teacher? Or what is your group? First timer? Oh, sure. Dee, the group is called, I'm putting it in the chat, it's called Our Spiritual Community. If you go into my teacher profile, so if you click on my face on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and it might have to be after the session is over to get into my profile, but it should be like right there. As soon as you go in, it'll say Our Spiritual Community. And you'll see the backlog. Bonnie's been doing this for over a year? I can't remember, Bonnie. How long have you been doing that? Christine, I love this, Jackie. Winter is my time to take a breath, enjoy, and reflect. Summer is the time to bask, enjoy, frolic, and play. Aw. Aw. I'm reflecting on how I'm utilizing my winter. I feel like I'm at odds. I feel like there's things that I think I have to do, and my body's like, no. And then here's my mind saying like, all right, I gotta keep going. I gotta move forward. And it's just this like conflict. March 10th. Cool, coming up on a year of Bonnie's assistance. So we are going to pull one more card from one more deck. First we asked what do we already have that we may have overlooked? And then the second deck, we're going to use the Animal Apothecary deck. And we're going to ask, how can we best utilize that which we already are? How can we best utilize that which we already are? We already are a teacher. We already are the energy of Spirit Fox sneaking around. We already are the light of summer. So let's ask this deck, how can we best utilize that which we already are? If you guys have been enjoying today's session, if you'd like to offer an exchange of energy in the form of a donation, they are always appreciated. Feel free to hop into my Insight Timer profile where you can give me a follow. If you haven't done that, you can stay updated when I post new classes. This is going to be my year of courses and workshops. It's out there. I put it out there. Yeah, that's my focus for this year. So stay in tune with me on Insight Timer and you'll see the courses and workshops that are coming out. You can also go into my About section where my link tree lives and you can find all of my links there. So you can hop on my email list through my link tree. You can find my socials through my link tree. You can find everything. Just click around and see what resonates. Jackie, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you, Christine. We'll donate after. Glad you put it out there. Let's go, girlfriend. Yes. Tam, grateful that you're here. Very sweet. What else do I want to say? This card flew right out. It landed right as, yep, okay. So how can we best utilize that which we already are? Card number 14 brings us the message of service from the Seeing Eye Dog. I don't even want to read this book. I feel like that just says it all. How do you utilize what you already are? Serve. This card image focuses on a seeing eye dog, which exemplifies the concept of selfless service as they dedicate their entire existence to being guides for others. When a seeing eye dog is assisting a blind person, their purpose becomes one. This oneness reflects what the world is in dire need of: service. Second to suffering, Service is the next best vehicle to tame the ego, jumpstart your growth, blossom into yourself, and get over a painful experience. The wounded healer, an archetype conceived by Carl Jung, speaks of a person who becomes healed by being of service to others. When receiving the medicine of the seeing eye dog, you understand that service will always lead you to some form of success. This is not the superficial understanding of material success, which is based on popularity, looks, status, or the amount of money in your bank account. Long-lasting and eternal success create an energy that can never be destroyed. This is the energy that is created when we are in service to others. Everlasting spiritual health. Wealth. Everlasting spiritual wealth. Service is a conductor of blessings, both in this life and hereafter. It acts as a magnet for profound personal blessings and eternal success. When we are truly selfless, we begin to align with the nature of our existence. We recognize that we are all connected, and essentially, the entirety of multiple universes and ourselves are all one. This harmony with reality attracts hidden gifts produced by our alignment. Seeing Eye Dog's medicine shares that a blessing is approaching through your selfless acts. Dedicate yourself to some form of service. Dedicate yourself to some form of service to another. Your acts of service will be felt and noticed. Success will follow. Seeing Eye Dog's medicine is to help yourself by helping another. Isn't that what it's all about? Interesting that the bookends of this are Jesus and a seeing eye dog. That's it. Just be there for other people. The service thing still feels difficult in some ways because of where we're coming from. We're coming from Capricorn. We're coming from earthly things. We're coming from this rat race for money. We have to be the best. We have to be on top. And we're moving into Aquarius energy. We're moving into community, collaboration, humanitarian, philanthropy type energies. So I know for myself, I've been working through this for a while. Years ago, when I would hear service, give yourself to others, the energy of like, oh my God, but aren't I doing enough already? That's what would come up immediately. I don't have any more else to give. That's what used to come up. It still does a little bit. And that's because, so you often feel tired, not because you're doing too much, but you feel tired because you're not doing enough of what truly lights you up. Service to others. Being able to freely give what you do have available is service, right? It doesn't mean that if you don't have that much time, you don't have to give that much time, but what do you have? Do you have a listening ear? Do you have a compassionate lens that you can hear someone through? Do you have an abundance of a baked good that you made last week? Like, how can you serve people? It doesn't have to be in a checklist of ways. There's no checkbox to service. Whatever you have to freely give is good enough. It is good enough. If you have it to share, share it. Thank you so much, Kat, for your donation. Jess loves this. Amanda, yes. Dee, I start teaching this month at a meditation foundation here in Tulsa and online this month. So excited. Service. And the universe takes care of you. The universe takes care of you. I changed my one-on-one client stuff to a donation base in the summer. And it was super scary, but it just felt like it had to happen. I received lots of messages. It had to be that way. And I trusted. And that's how I was of service. This is what I have to give. Share freely what you have to give. And the universe made sure that I'm okay. That's it. The universe made sure that I'm okay because I was following God's work. I was following my superpowers. I was following my skills. I was utilizing what I had that is special to me because of my life experience. And I'm inviting you to share what you have that's special to you because of your life experience. Christine, this message is so strong and has been for so long. I'm thinking the whole reading tells me I'm already doing this. That could be some affirmation for you. Jackie says, I typically think of service as serving outside of my friends and family group, but I had a download this morning that I'm in service to my family daily. That's what I can do now. That lights me up. Yes. It's all, the whole universe is fractal. Everything is fractal. And how do I define that quickly? Everything is just a different version of everything else. So it's making so much sense, and the words are just like by putting a lot of focus and attention onto yourself, your home, your family, what you have direct access to, direct interaction with, the people that you live with, the animals that you live with, yourself, your body. By putting attention there, it has to ripple out into the universe. The energy has to be fractal. And by always trying to, and I'm not saying that like you shouldn't help others, but if you spend the majority of your energy out there, reaching out to people you've never met, people you've never even seen, like by sending your energy way out there, you might be making this much of a dent. And if everything is fractal, then you're giving yourself this much of a dent. Does that make sense? You have to put yourself first. You have to take care of yourself in order to be of service for everyone else. And the more you focus on what is in your control, the more difference you make. Cat affirmation to let go of worry about the flow of money. It's not an easy thing. We've been very conditioned. Thank you, Tracy, for your donation. Jackie, I think service can be as simple as sharing your light and vibration with others too. It's all about love. Yes, 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 yes. This is the same theme that keeps coming up for me, says Jenny. You're welcome. Anik, the right manifestation of service for anyone will not feel depleting. Yes, 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 yes. Michelle, the universe always has our back. Vanessa, that really speaks to my heart. I've been working on awakening abilities for the purpose of service to others. Yeah, absolutely. How do you think I got good at doing astrology and being able to share it with the world? I had to focus on my own chart first. I had to figure out my own astrology. Then I had to figure out my husband's astrology. Then I had to figure out my friends and family. And then I started taking clients. And then I started looking at the world. It's a Taurus energy field. It starts from within and then it spreads without. Cat, yes, following source guidance and spirit guides around me. Also, this is a year of 8 for numerology, lovers as self, which means balance of give and take, infinity. Abundance can only come when we exchange both of service and receiving, not just one. Absolutely, Cat. Vanessa, I also try to serve the animal world by fostering. It's difficult sometimes, but it brings me joy. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is a beautiful way to bring us into the Sun and Pluto in Aquarius, is this service card. We're walking into it, the age of Aquarius. It's among us. I feel like we've been in the early stages of this for 5 years, give or take. When you switch a 2,000 year age, I don't think that there's a start date and an end date. I think they kind of mesh together. So we're entering this age of Aquarius, and Aquarius is the community. How can we all support each other? Amanda, this speaks to me as a person and therapist. Thank you. I recently made scary changes. I appreciate the reminder to serve and worry less about the money. You're very welcome, Amanda. I'm in the middle of some changes as well. I mentioned at the beginning of this, I think I need a sabbatical. I think I need some solitude so that I could have the story. I feel like I've been full steam ahead and I'm not ready for it yet. I'll be back here on Friday. Friday's going to be a big talk. We're going to talk about the sun and Pluto coming together in the sky. And then they're going to move into Aquarius together. That'll be huge. And then next week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Next week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm always here at 8:15 Central, so save this time if you can. If you ever come in midway during an astrology talk, or if you want to rewatch something, I put all of these videos on my YouTube channel. So you can either go through my link tree in my Insight Timer bio to get to my YouTube, or just search my name. I have a very unique name. I'm pretty easy to find. Yeah, Greg's not here. Interesting that you noticed. Yeah. If you've enjoyed today's session, if you'd like to offer an energy exchange with a donation, please do so. If you haven't followed me on Insight Timer, you can exchange energy that way. You can exchange energy by subscribing to my YouTube channel, liking the videos, commenting on the videos, sharing them with your friends. Service. It doesn't need to be one certain way. It's just service. This is what I've got for you. This is what I've got for you. You know what I'm saying? Energy. I need to go. I'm starting to not make any sense. I'm confusing myself. Maybe you are fighting the winter. It's very possible, Christine. You guys know how much I do not like the cold, the winter, the slowdown. It's like I want to slow down, but there's something telling me that I can't. You know? I'm happy to show you guys my humanness. I'm not perfect. I don't follow my advice 100% of the time. Just 90. Last time you tried solitude, you ended up at my house. It's true. Oh, you're right, Bonnie. I tried going away for 10 days. I tried going to a silent meditation retreat and it didn't work out, so instead I drove 8 hours to go visit Bonnie. Oh, that's right, Dee. Summer is calling us. I've been feeling super ADD myself. It's been rough. Yeah, I mean, we're closing out the Sagittarius energies. Now that Venus is about to exit Sagittarius, we are Capricorn. We are here. Structure. All right, everyone. Sending love to all. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on Friday. Namaste. Have a lovely couple of days.